I'm here with Vasily, a Green Bay Packer fan, 8 years old, lives in Pittsburgh. You're at your first live from Williamsport, and so you're at your first live Packer game, correct? Who's your favorite player?
Jamal Williams.
And what do you think of Aaron Rodgers this year?
He's doing really great this year, and I hope he gets to the Super Bowl.
Steelers.
How long have you liked the Packers?
Under the hood, presented by
When I was 5.
When you were 5? I asked you this question before, but when you wear your Packer stuff to school, does anybody tease you?
No.
You're rooting for the Green Bay Packers. Do you think they can go to the Super Bowl this year? Yes?
Yeah.
Why do you think they can go to the Super Bowl?
Because they're doing really good this year.
What do you think of Eddie Lacy?
He is really good because he has good speed. He has really good power, and he's a really good running back.
Now that you're sitting here in Heinz Field watching the Green Bay Packers, what do you think of the game today?
The Packers are doing great, I think.
Do you really think they can make the Super Bowl? What do they have to get better at to make the Super Bowl?
Probably their offensive line.
Why do you think the offensive line needs to get better?
Because Aaron Rodgers gets sacked a lot.
Yeah, we don't want Aaron Rodgers getting sacked because then we have to watch Scott Tolzien pass the ball, right? Do you have a favorite Green Bay Packer wide receiver?
Randall Cobb.
You like Randall Cobb? Why do you like Randall Cobb?
Because he's a really good catcher and he has really good speed.
Wonderful. As we sit here and we end our little conversation, what do you got to say to Packer Nation who's going to be listening to you talk about the Packers?
The Packers are a really great team and I hope they win the Super Bowl. And good luck, Packers.
Yeah, good luck, Packers. Thank you, buddy. And so I found another young Packer fan here at Heinz Field. I'm with Abigail. She's 10 years old, and your favorite team is the Packers. Is that correct?
Yes.
You're wearing a cheese head today. Do you like your cheese head?
Yes.
Who's your favorite player?
Aaron Rodgers.
Why is Aaron Rodgers your favorite player?
Because he's the quarterback and he's awesome.
He's awesome. Do you think the Packers can make the Super Bowl this year?
Yes.
Is this the first time you've ever been to a real live Packer game?
Yes.
How are you enjoying it so far?
Awesome.
Oh, that would have been great if you would have caught that, right?
Yes.
You live in the Pittsburgh area. You're a Green Bay Packers fan. Do you ever wear your Packers stuff to school?
Yes.
And do you have any Steeler fans that are friends?
Yes.
What do they say when you wear your Packer stuff to school?
They say it's cool and that, but they probably don't really think it's that cool.
They probably don't think so. Do you ever wear your cheese head to school?
No, I just got it.
You just got it? Are you going to wear it this year?
Yes.
Besides Aaron Rodgers, is there anybody else that you like on the Packers?
Lacy.
You like Eddie Lacy? Now, before I started talking to you, I asked you if you played football, and you really want to play football, but Mom won't let you. Why do you want to play football?
Because I like to tackle people and that, and it's fun.
You like to tackle people? You're 10 years old. When you look at the Green Bay Packers this year, do you think they can make the Super Bowl?
Yes.
Why do you think they can make the Super Bowl?
Because they're doing really good this year.
They're doing really good. Well, thank you for your time, Abigail. I hope you enjoy the game.
Thank you.
I found yet another young Packer fan behind enemy lines here at Heinz Field. I found Timmy, 11 years old, from Ohio. So you guys made a 4.5-hour trip to come watch the Packers. What do you think of the game so far?
It was pretty bad. We did good, and then our defense kind of slacked off, and our offense, we got sacked a lot. Maybe it was just the line needs to build up a little more and needs to get like the gaps under control and all that. And if that would have happened, we would have done a whole lot better in this game.
Yeah, our offensive line doesn't have a lot of depth this year. The starting five's pretty good, but when you get behind the starting five, there's probably not a lot of depth there. Agree?
Yeah.
So who's your favorite Packer?
Aaron Rodgers.
You know, I've been getting Aaron Rodgers a lot today, and he is the quarterback, but why is Aaron Rodgers your favorite player?
I want to be just like him when I'm older.
You play football now?
Yeah.
What position?
Quarterback, running back, and middle linebacker.
Wow. You're going to be the next Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah.
I can say that I was talking to this young man with some crazy hair on from Ohio at Heinz Field, and then when I say, hey, do you remember me, you're going to say, who the heck are you?
No.
No? What is it about quarterback, though, that you like?
I like throwing the ball, handing the ball off. It's fun. It's a fun position.
At 11 years old, how much passing do you guys do on your team?
Not a whole lot. We focus more on the handoff and the footwork and the way you're supposed to pitch the ball properly and all that. So mainly on the footwork.
You're playing football now, and you said that you want to play. You see quarterback being the position, or do you like hitting people?
Kind of both.
So you could be like Clay Matthews.
Yeah.
He does pretty good.
Yeah, he does.
So I got to ask about this crazy hairpiece you got going on, and this is an audio recording, so people can't see it, but it is a green and gold spiked hairdo. What prompted you to wear that today?
It was actually my dad's. Back in Ohio, we actually wear these every Sunday. We wear our jerseys, make snacks, and watch the football game.
Wonderful. So this is your first live game, correct?
Yes.
So what do you think of the experience? Outside of the Packers losing today, what do you think of Heinz Field and being able to watch the Packers?
It was pretty cool. It was fun, especially being this close to the team.
Packers Steelers. Could this be a Super Bowl matchup, do you think?
Yeah, it was in 2010.
It was in 2010, and the Steelers have a pretty good offense. The Packers have a pretty good offense.
And defense.
Well, I'm not so sure our defense is that good right now. I have to be realistic
Not right
about
now.
it. If they would play in the Super Bowl, do you think it would be the same outcome, or do you think the Packers will win?
Packers will win.
Wonderful. Well, thank you for your time, Timmy. Hope you enjoyed the game.
You too.
Well, folks, I found one more youth football fan today behind enemy lines. That is Green Bay Packer fans. It's been a long day in the heat. Packers ended up losing, but I'm with Jaden, 12 years old, correct? I got it right. This is an interesting story, folks, because Jaden is a Packers fan, Dad is an Eagle fan, and his brother is a Patriot fan. But Jaden, this is your first time watching the Packers live. What did you think of the game today at Heinz Field?
It was a good game. It was close.
It was close. It was exciting for a preseason game. I know people say that preseason doesn't count, but what did you take away from the game today? What did you like about what the Packers did?
I liked how I got to see my favorite players, and how they played was very cool.
Well, I know who your favorite player is, and I will say he is a character. You're pretty right there, but who's your favorite player, just so the listeners know?
Aaron Rodgers.
Why is Aaron Rodgers your favorite player?
Because he is their best player. He has won the Super Bowl before, and he has been the NFL MVP before.
Yeah, twice now.
Yeah.
Twice. Do you think the Packers can win the Super Bowl this year?
Yes.
What do you think they got to do to win the Super Bowl outside of getting Jordy Nelson back? Because everybody tells me that he's not coming back. He's tore his ACL.
I think their defense needs to improve.
I agree. Where do you think it needs to improve? I have a Clay Matthews jersey on, and he really needs to play big. But who else needs to play big on that defense?
The cornerbacks and safeties.
Yeah, they drafted a couple young guys that hopefully will mesh together. How was your experience today? First time battling the heat, being able to watch the Packers. You know, how was the overall day for you?
Oh, it was a really fun day.
Good, good. Before I let the listeners go, why don't you give the listeners a little Green Bay Packers chant?
Go, Pack, go!
Thanks, Jaden. Hope you enjoy the day, buddy.